Hello guys, welcome to the stream. One more day. Today is day number 20 of the Bankroll challenge. Yesterday we played very well. We also got some pretty good results. We're actually gonna have a look at the graph right after this small promo, where it's actually Cyber Monday today, and after a very big success with the Black Friday. I think there are still a few places left from the Black Friday promotion, so check that out. But right after the Black Friday promotion, we will be also doing a very big offer that includes a full year of the Academy. So check that out. Check all the offers in bloodspot.com. And now let's get into the streaming, which first gonna show you the results from yesterday. I'm uploading them as usual in my Twitter account. You can check that by putting the exclamation mark BRC graph, and you can check that my Twitter account is Poker with Pablo. I did change that name, so yes, working a bit around the branding. And yeah, yesterday we did finish, we made like 4 stacks essentially. We're able to get some good momentum. And yes, the results have not been amazing, but I think here it's very important to stay calm. Like in the end, we haven't played much, only 10k hands. We are actually up, which in a sample like this, like even if you're a crusher in your games, that you can definitely be losing in this kind of samples. And we're actually up like almost 10 buy-ins. So I think I just gotta focus on keep putting good quality and also having fun around the streaming, which is something I've been doing. So yeah, let's focus on that. Anything else I wanted to say before the starting the streaming? Not really. Let's get already into the grind. Sorry. Wanted to collect my sick rake back that I got this week, which has been $13, $14. So that puts us in, let me check, $1,450. So getting close to the all-time high. Let's see if we can actually get that. Perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna start opening tables. Some Christmas tables looks like we're having. I'm gonna focus on the 6 max regular tables today, but if there isn't much going on there as it happened yesterday, then I may actually jump into the Russian cash, because yesterday it was good fun playing in there. So okay, I'm gonna try an open tables, because yesterday we were able to find some good tables doing that. So let's see if today we have the same luck. Let's spend a bit of time trying to get good tables. Here we see a table of heads up opening. Not sure. This guy looks like a likely regular. He's in a couple of tables. So I'm gonna assume that the multi-tables guy, and also refilling the stack. That's usually a clear tell of a regular. what's the bankroll challenge? Well, it's a challenge that we are doing here in both in Twitch and YouTube since a couple of days. And well, we're taking 1k a 1k bankroll in GG, and we're trying to get it to 10k. And it involves some rules, like we are only able to move up when we hit 20 buy-ins of the next stake. So now we need to get to 2000 in order to play 100 NL, and then 4k to play in 200 NL, and that's until we get to the to the 10k bankroll. So it's gonna be a long process, but also a fun one, hopefully. So 10-6, I think I like going for the overbet and maximizing between like the full equity to then just give up river. I think that's a good option. Okay, here in the other table I went for the Queen 10 open raise. No, sorry, it was an ISO versus cutoff. Did decide to check flop after this guy also called. Now I'm going to check again. Yeah. That's really the worst outcome, the worst run out that we could hope, really. Let's check. Now, very small bet by cutoff. Points like we have also this guy here. Like only versus that size, I'm definitely calling. The point, like with this guy behind, I need to be a bit more careful with calling, so I may just fold here. Yeah, not too sure. Could have gone for a check raise as well. That could have been okay. Hello, good luck. What is the buy-in? Here we're playing 50 NL today. We're still in the 1.5k, around the 1.5k mark, so still not able to play 100 NL for now. Here we open blind be blind. Pretty loose, as you know I like doing. 7 is a better card for villain. Need to be careful. If I bet, I probably am gonna bet 1/3. Okay, we just see a fold. Here I'm 3-betting versus button. Board ace king 5. I can just see that pretty high frequency. Checking is also okay. I can probably go either way. Checking or betting. Don't mind either option. Just take the fold. I like it. Here I open from the cutoff. See bet flop, check turn, and I'm going to bet river, trying to get folds by 7x, 4x, those kind of hands. Just representing a king, a queen. That could be played this way. And it works. Nice. Here we should be opening a bit smaller because of the guy in the big blind. Since he's short stacked. And here, yeah, generally like checking back, allowing the recreational to do stuff like yeah, take a stab with our hand like ace deuce or whatever. Now I'm gonna be 2 streets now. The ace is not the best. I'm gonna be struggling a bit to get called by 7x and 6x, I think. He can definitely play ace-x this way. So I'm going to check back. Oh, king deuce. Okay, I was not expecting that hand. King x, I'm mainly expecting him to prove turn. Trying to open another table here. We have 3 tables for now. Oh, thank you for the follow. As usual, guys, if you don't want to miss any of the streamings, because usually we're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. but this week, for example, for the Black Friday promotions, we'll be doing some special streamings. So if you don't want to miss any, make sure to follow the channel. Oopa. That's my WhatsApp. Don't want to be showing that here. Big blind versus button. Imagine even versus an open race. This should just be folding because of the rake here in GG. And here defending king 6 suited. Now that's good enough. Okay. So the guy seems to be a recreational. So yeah, I was trying to induce some action by using the small size. So now the plan is just to bluff catch all the way. As we see very weird sizes by him. Turn. Well, I think he can be holding some 6x, 4x here. So now I'm gonna just turn into a value betting mode. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing it. Sorry. So it was a check raise flop by him, and then I barrel. Well, I mean, he checks on the turn, and I just bet with the top pair. Check raise might have been better because of the other. Yes. It's loose, but if you think about it, like the things like the recreational can still be holding a lot of hands in there. I mean, like yeah, he could even turn low pairs into bluffs. Then the thing is like he's not gonna be value betting correctly ace-x. Like they very likely just check back when they have an ace. So you know, his range is still gonna contain a lot of bluffs. So that's why I definitely like calling if we were heads up. But then with the guy behind, since it's not that clear as his range, his checking range 3 streets contains a lot of ace-x as well. Many of the bluffs like queen x, jack x are likely to have already taken stabs by flop or turn. I don't see it that clear. So specifically on that board and how the sequence went, I decided to fold. But yeah, it's definitely a spot that you can generally look to bluff catch or bluff raise aggressively versus recreationals. And here I'm going to be calling, skipping the okay. I call trying to keep the recreational in, but he did fold. And now we're facing a decision. We can either bet or check. Both are fine. Don't have any strong opinion. Here we went for a 3-bet versus UTG. Pretty good board. Going to start with 1/3. Could also half pot this kind of situation. Yeah, I'm going to half pot, but I think small size also fine. Here we open and get a call by Button, who seems to be a recreational on the aggressive side. So I'm trying to get some stuff by him by inducing. We tried. I did check flop trying to get bluffs by him. Also checked bet small on the turn. He did not bite though. And here versus Thassanuer. Well, we can 4-bet or call, both are fine. I prefer taking the aggressive action. We see a call and flop. Well, we are hitting ace queen a lot. He's also hitting his queen though. We're hitting offsuit though, so I think it's gonna be a better board for him. I just can range bet here pretty easily. And then, oh, we see a raise. That's pretty strong. Yes, letting it go. It's just gonna be either a flush or a queen X. Don't expect many random, like, you know, jack 10 or things like that. So you can play pretty face up versus those races in this pool for sure. Just any kind of aggression. Just be very careful. That's a table that I'm going to just yeah, I'm gonna close. I think it's good. We only have a recreational here because of the soft stack, but not even a big recreational or anything, so pretty easy close for me. And here I got a couple of options. We can either check or bet. And now I think I'm gonna check, just trying to get some bluffs by ace queen, ace king. Don't expect that many 10x from the flop. Like jack 10, 10 9, mainly betting. Then ace, and then with the jack x, it's a bit of the same. So I think I expect a bit more of bluffs in this line. Yeah, like those kind of hands, I expect them to be stabbed more often on the flop. So I think it's a good idea to just call there, expecting more ace king, ace queen rather than, or even king queen rather than those jack x. Didn't work out this time. So $1,000, 15L for all, or just people like yourself? That's very dependent on your situation. Yeah, like if you can afford to be aggressive, then that's good. But that's gonna be mainly focused on, well, your personal situation. So if you're able, for example, like if you're able to refill that bankroll from an income like that you have, like you have another job, and you can easily refill a $1,000 bankroll with your other income or with savings, then I would be way, like, really aggressive. Now, if poker is your source of income, for example, like now you need to be way more conservative. Then also depends on how good you are. Obviously, like if you're beating the stage, you can be more aggressive. So it's very situational dependent. Like for a professional player that is taking income from poker, then I would really consider having at least 80, 100, even more buy-ins. Now, if you're just starting and you're taking it just as a hobby, you can even do 20 buy-ins easily if you can refill your bankroll. So it's bankroll management. It's very dependent on your situation, as I mentioned. Here I'm going to take a c-bet. And how many tables do you play with 20 buy-ins? I'm playing 4 tables during this challenge. Yeah, I do not play that many tables in my usual grind either. So I'm usually playing like 6 tables, not much more. So here with the task around streaming and so on, I don't want to be too stressed. So I'm just taking it pretty chill overall. So I can, focus on the chat. And yeah, take it chill. Don't want to be stressing around or anything. So that leads to pretty low volume, because in 20 days we've played like 10k hands. It's not much, but well. Here we see a 3-bet here, so an ISO. He's gonna fold. 7s. Opening ace king. Getting a call from Baton, who is a recreational. And well, I think in this situation I prefer just betting and extracting 3 streets. Yeah, it's gonna be I'm going to approach the spot. A lot of ace-x in his range, queen x, draws. We see a fold, sadly. Okay, here I open king 9. See it flop. Sup bro, looks like you had a good day yesterday. Yeah, it was good day, definitely. Made $200 or so. Probably one of the best days we have so far. So yeah, good day, thank you. And here I'm defending versus the recreational. Let's see what he does on the turn. Goes for this sizing, pretty small still. Probably gonna defend again, even though it's kind of close. But you know, it's a recreational, so a lot of he limped UTG, so very loose range. The pot size left. Sorry, the pot size bet. Not willing to call versus those sizes with no info. Here I have ace deuce and he seems to be on the aggressive side. I'm actually gonna check back here and just allow him to bluff with his range, with his air. We see another check. And we can again either check or bet small, trying to induce something. Probably gonna go for the small again. I think that usually induces more action, and that is what I'm trying to get here. On river, well, now 2 loose versus a 9 as well. Hard to get called here by a queen, right? Queen or a 10 or a jack. Yeah, probably just check him back. Queens, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, we didn't lose much, but he did limp call queens. That's interesting. Here open ace king, get a call from bat, another one for big blind. Should be careful on 7-7x. Big blind should be holding a lot of sevens here. At the same time, I think I want to play versus this guy who yeah, so I'm just going to bet here, and I think if he check raises, generally it's gonna be, well, quite nutted. So I don't think I should be worried that much about getting exploited here. I think people find here like 8-6, 9-8, 5s, 3s, 2s, those kind of hands. So you can just fold versus possible aggression. And here king 8. Well, I think I'm still gonna raise versus this guy because, well, he didn't limb raise queens, so this is either gonna be a fold by him or a call, and it's a hand that, well, versus the calling range is still doing pretty well, and even when we get to the flop, we are still able to make money by bluffing or value betting and so on. So versus those guys, like the very passive guys, it's very comfortable in general to play. King 6 suited, I am just gonna defend blind. We get a backdoor, we'll be able to defend. Probably not versus the half pot, right? Versus 1/3 I would. Versus half pot I think it's just a fold, even with the overcard and the backdoors. I think. Woo! The backdoor 2 pair hits in. Queens now. 3 betting. See a 4-bet, sir. And versus certain players, queens would already be close versus a 4-bet, but I don't have info here. I'm just going to get it in, which is for sure the standard play. Oh, same hand. Boring. Pretty boring. Okay, open 9-7 suited button, and I get a call by small blind. He's gonna see bet here, expecting to see a lot of faults already on the flop. Good. Yeah, I think this is mainly the right play. Here we have two options. Either bluff, trying to make him fold a queen, or check. I'm probably checking is fine, since we have decent showdown versus pocket pairs 5x, king jack, king 10. Not that good of a showdown anymore, but I think we can still win versus 5x. And I don't think it makes sense to try and get him out of queen x. So just checking back, hoping to win sometimes and lose other times, as we did. Okay, kings. Hello, hello. Free betting. Okay, if he's a 4-bet, then just gonna put it in. I think he's gonna have enough bluffs here. And I just want to stack off ace king, queens. Not gonna put enough pressure post flop as well. So yeah, some pretty easy shove. Hopefully queens over ace king. Nope, it's aces. Well, that's when you throw me the king. Come on. Come on. %. Oof, 4%. Only one chance. One last chance. Nope. Nope. Here we open, face a call by big blind. Oh, I think it's a pretty good turn to barrel. Don't think I want to overbet here. Nope. Just barreling 75, putting pressure on 9x. And then, well, it's gonna depend on what the river brings. That's a good river. Do we want to overbet? I would say probably we don't, because if we go for the overbet, it's likely to gonna start folding some ace-x in a run like this, right? So just want to keep the standard 75. I expect to see a call by ace-x. He just folds. Here ace-9, checking multi-way. Pretty fast check by this guy, something to keep in mind, but I mean ace-9 can't really do much. Yeah, just folding. Struggling a bit to find good tables. If we don't find good tables, I may just jump into the Russian cash games, which yeah, yesterday were actually pretty decent. Here I'm 4-betting king 9 suited. It's a guy who I don't know much about, but it's for sure the standard, well, not a standard, but a very often 4-bet. Oh, we find a jam. This is what I have for now. 3 tables, not looking too good though. I have to close this one. Okay, I'm just checking for sure. And folding. Don't have anything to do. This table might actually be good. And definitely defending here is 6 suited. Some promising runouts here. We see a bet. What do we want to do now? Well, I mean, as long as we don't fall, we cannot really make mistakes. Check raising is definitely an option. We want to do that. Probably calling is fine. Just going for the call. Could have dunked on the turn, to be honest. I should have thought about it a bit more because in the end I'm holding way more flushes than they do. Now if the guy is betting a lot, then I don't mind checking, but I didn't have that info. And now, well, definitely don't want to see check on the river. And then see if there's gonna be that many bluffs. So I think I'm going to raise, even though it looks crazy to raise the nuts here. I mean, a flush is always going to bet, but then some overpairs or queen X could actually check. Yeah, I think I'm going to raise. Not sure. I mean, we're talking about pure recreational, so they're not gonna notice how strong this actually is. But this is nutted as hell. See a call, now just jam it in. Call. Kings, let's go. Yes, it could have been a check by him on the river, and didn't want that to happen. I know versus flashes I'm gonna get it all, but sets or overpairs or queen X could get scared in that situation. So let's go. Good to see that we just take it down. I have a 38-minute Twitch video. Will you check it from me? 6 pine. It's a flavor. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that would be something I would do to some of the guys in the academy and also in the CFP. So if you're interested actually in learning and improving, you can check those. Yeah, you can check baftaspot.com, and we actually have a pretty good promotion going right now for Cyber Monday. So check it out. But yeah, that's something I cannot do just you know, without any yeah, here in Twitch, as you likely understand. Here, 5 deuce. I'm going to donk. Yes. I have a advantage in 6x, so this makes sense. And now versus a passive player, I think just going 1/3 again and then betting again on the river. Like here, I know I'm keeping so many king 10, ace 10, that I can then put pressure again on the river. So I like that. Could think about raising this, probably too much. I'm gonna take 10-8 or better. Yeah, open blind, big blind, jack 7 off, facing a weak player, so gonna be opening very, very loose. Can see bet here and take it down pretty often. Now I prefer just going into check mode and trying to get bluffs by some draws, king highs, those kind of hands. Not the best river. Going to check. That size, just too cheap, too cheap. You have my money. Well played. Open again. And king 10, I think I'm just treating this as showdown. Prefer just checking this hand. Yeah, but betting is fine. Don't have a strong opinion either. Check calling now with the backdoors. He's a fish, so could have a still overcast like jack 10, queen 10. Which we are actually beating. And I have these backdoors as well. Would be folding king 10 off with no backdoors, especially versus a guy that doesn't seem to be too loose. And now turn, well, we can probably go either for the check raise or the check call. Yeah, just check folded river. Here we open from cutoff, see a call by big blind and Jack 10-6. Well, it's a very draw heavy board, which I'm holding a strong but vulnerable hand. I'm gonna start with pot. And here ace 5. It's close. We could be defending. Oh, sorry, not there. Had ace 5 here, facing an MP open and a call from cutoff. They have both recreational, so that's why I don't mind actually going for the defend. I'm playing versus the weak player. I may open again. Russian cash. Seeing that today. We're not getting that many huge whales here in the standard table, so let's try Russian cash. See how the pool is looking. I gotta say, it's definitely a fine pool that we find in there. Jack 5, okay, fold. Okay, here we have jacks. Going to squeeze. C2 folds. Ace king over here. Okay, see a 3-bet. Going to 4-bet. Not gonna jam it in. Just if I see any random, like anytime that you can leave some room for the recreational to do random stuff, it's usually a good idea. Oh, I clicked run it twice by mistake. What the fuck? We're doing only once in this challenge for you guys. And now it's when I'm gonna get punished for running it twice, huh? Please hit again. No, I hit run it once. Okay, I thought I had. I think maybe I clicked run it twice and then he declined, I guess. Well, I'll take it. I take it. Queen Jack, okay. I'm definitely going to 3-bet versus a guy that seems very loose. And now 1/3. On the turn, well, can go different ways. Going to barrel. Not too sure. Could check back and bluff catch river. Depends on how aggressive he is in the river, to be honest. That's the main key. Like if he's very aggressive, you prefer just checking back and making money from his bluffs. If he's not aggressive, then you just prefer betting yourself on extracting value. Here ace queen, we see a donk. A pretty weird donk by a fishy guy. I mean, you have the ace of diamonds, I guess I can actually call. But it's not even a happy situation, I don't think, because the donking range is probably gonna be way too strong. Here, I guess I prefer just calling, right? Keeping whatever random hand in there. If there are any random hands, to be honest, that's something I'm not sure about. And river, well, I think now he's very likely to be holding, I mean, mainly bluffs, I think, that just give up. And then a queen, I don't think that's gonna be holding that much. Probably just going small, maybe trying to induce something and also getting called by 7x sometimes. But I think like we essentially always have the best hand, so I think we need to put money in the pot. By one way or the other. Here we see well, a call from kind of a guy that is likely to be a recreational, I would say. And I'm going to bet, and I think checking now is a good option, just allowing him to bet whatever random overcards that he can be holding, and check again. Ooh, pot. He pots. Fuck. I mean, now we have a clear bluff catcher, and I'm a bit worried. I'm just going to fold. You know, he could be having a lot of bluffs, but I'm just gonna read. I stay with the read that sizing tells are a very strong thing, and pot is usually very strong by recreational. So could be wrong, definitely, but I prefer just taking the fold as the standard. Even though, yeah, there are many possible bluffs in there, I have to say. He also went pretty fast. That's also a timing tell. So I think I'm okay with the fold there. Here I'm going to call, trying to play versus the likely weak player, and here I'm check raising for value essentially when you have such a strong draw. Okay, and here defending for 3 suited, 3 ways, plays well enough multi-way, I think. Checking. Okay, good turn. Okay, once we see that bet, I think I like raising and raising big. There are many possible draws here that are going to call any size. He folds though, and here I have a decision in which I went for a check raise, barrel turn. River is not good, I have to say. I think I should still bet. Yeah, I think I should have bet. Didn't have much time to think, and I went for the check, but I want to check raise, barrel turn, and then check fold river. But I think I should have bet because he can be holding still many ace x of spades, king x of diamonds. Queen X of diamonds, and I never have showdown value there. I think a 75% size is likely to get enough for equity. How many big blinds you win every 100 hands? Well, I have around 600,000, 700,000 hands. In my database, in which I'm winning at close to 6 big blinds pre-breakback. This is, well, mainly 200, but also 500, 1K, also some 2K. There's also some 100L in there, not much, but a bit of that as well. So yep, here I'm thinking defending, though it's close. Here I'm getting it all in versus a recreational on this board. Okay, 8's just folding on the turn. Yeah, and 10-9, I'm just getting it in. Yeah, the SPR is very low. Hopefully he has a fluster or something like that. That's fine. Nope, only once. Don't worry, you're gonna hit it. Yes. Okay, let's gonna open another Russian cash table and keep this lineup like this, like 2 Russian cash tables and one rec table, which is actually looking very good. So. Okay. Defending these 2 spots. Flopping something in both. Okay. Betting turn, not getting anything. And here also betting. Well, I don't think people ever check back a jack. So now it's when I think I can just... Like what sizing does he fall a 9? Probably, yeah, if I go this size, right? I think. I mean, I don't even need him to fall a 9. But it's good. If he falls a 9, he's probably folding range. So there are still many ace-X playing that way. You can actually check my graph if you if you click Pablo graph. Yes, you can find it there. And here king 6 suited. Maybe just fold because he seems... Yeah, I think I'm gonna fold versus a tight recreational. It's a close hand. Here defending versus UDG. And now can have a small size, then a big size. think I'm going to go that size 2 streets. Could also 1/3 this hand. Overbet is probably too much. Would only use overbets with 7x and bluffs, obviously. 7 suited. I could check back, could bet. Leaning more towards betting in this pool. Checking that turn. Not the best run out because, well, his bluffs, well, they will be coming from King Queen, some Ace-X. Yeah, I mean, probably needs to turn 5x into a bluff, and even some 6x. I don't think we reach enough bluffs from the pool. I would say we don't. After betting half pot, maybe after betting 1/3, there are some more overcards, things like that. Don't have much time bank, so just opening again the table. Well played, bro. 6 big blinds plus breakback at those stakes is impressive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's true that I also carry a pretty good table selection. That's something I've been focusing a lot in the last couple of years or so. At the beginning, I was definitely playing pretty bad games, and when you're not selecting well, it's usually hard to get high win rates like those. But if you start focusing on that, the things I'm doing in streaming, like just closing bad tables, focusing on targeting the recreationals and so on, you can definitely get some very high win rates, as you see. Oops. Sorry for that. Forgot to silence my phone. Okay, gonna defend Jack 10, even though it's... I guess versus min raise we have to, right? And defending here. I see a barrel. Well, yes, going to fold. And here I'm defending. Okay, get a pretty nice flop. And well, gonna have some races here with some King Queen Jack 10. This hand could definitely fall in the racing, also in the calling. Let's call this time. Okay. calling again. And now do I take showdown? I don't think I do. Prefer bluffing because I have no showdown essentially. Bit unsure about the size, didn't have much time to think about it though, so. Yeah, you call a 3-bet versus cutoff, find a half pot size on the board, okay. Okay, very good to see a check here. If I see a barrel, I was probably folding because I'm blocking most of the draws, like Jack 10 mainly. And I think I prefer taking a stab. And I'm probably gonna see a lot of folds by overpairs, things like that. Sorry, not overpairs, overcards. Thank you for the follows, thank guys. Okay, and now the check jam is like very, very, very value heavy, so that's fine. He's never gonna find a bluff. And if he does, well played. You deserve the pot. King 10. I defended versus a very small 3-bet, like I opened the 2 and he went to 4.8, so oh my god. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I see. You wanna play, yeah? Oh, sorry. Yeah, the commands are only working on Twitch. I still couldn't get it sorted. I was trying it on the morning, but I still haven't found out what the problem is. I contact the support to see what's going on. Yes, you can actually see the blocks on BTS. When I tried targeting Rex, I received 3x times bum hunting warning. Yep, I haven't had that problem yet. Yeah, it's something concerning for sure if you are getting the warning, because like they put such a high rate that they like you can only make money bum hunting, and then when you bum hunt, then they they ban you. Like makes no sense. But you know, GG. Like you know, if I was actually getting that ban, I may actually just play another side. Like, there are many good sides. Like if your regulations allow you to play in other sides, I would just move. And yeah, I think you can also vote which kind of sites you wanna focus on or which kind of sites you wanna say in the poker environment. And if you think that GG is not doing too well, I have actually considered changing the Bankroll challenge because of these kind of things. So I don't usually play in GG myself in my usual grind, as already mentioned several times. I'm doing it here for the Bankroll challenge, but can definitely change my mind. Here I have aces. Hello. Oof. Please, someone do something. At least I defend. Okay. Barreling now. And jamming it on the river. Hopefully he has Queen Jack. 8-5, okay, I take it. I'll definitely take it. Jack 9, I went for the open race. And now on this turn, yeah, I'm going for the overbet. I see bet flop, barrel turn, pretty standard I think, with a very strong draw. I make $400 per month here in Greece, and I'm tired thinking I should play it all on 100 now. Yeah, maybe you're... Oh, that's a huge sizing that the guy is using. I'm just gonna jam it in. Yeah, like if you're making good money in the low stakes, like why not move up? I know in GG you have some kind of regulations, right? Where like you get punished for making certain amount of money per year. Sorry, not per year, per day or something weird like that, right? I have a student in BTS that has that problem. But you can play unregulated sites and make money that way. Here we see a... go for the open. This guy calls, then this guy donks, I call, and now we see a jam. Oh my god, like that's very natural. It must be an 8 here or there. No 8? Okay, no 8. Yeah, I mean, but I think that's quite an unlikely scenario for us, to be honest. And even there, we're not like winning the pot always. So I do think that's the right move to make. Just folding. Let me know what you think, like if you have done something different, but I think that's being results oriented probably. If, I definitely think that folding is the right thing to do. And here we see a check raise on a 3-bet pot, and well, I think 8s really benefit from 3-betting here because his bluffs are gonna come from King Queen, King Jack, Jack 10, those kind of hands. So by 3-betting we are actually able to extract a lot of full equity by those hands. Now I can just bet enough, 3-bet small, and still we can go by 7, 6s, 5s, and then we check back river if he check jams. Well, I never expect check jam to be honest. So yeah, was that at high stakes? I've heard of people getting banned, but I have no idea how strict they are, to be honest. I never play over 25 now. Yeah, I don't play in GG myself, as I said, so I'm not sure on how strict they are either. I have no problem. I've had no problems so far, and I've been obviously I'm hunting. I mean, I guess the only way to make money, as I said. In high stakes, they change. Yeah, they changed the games to invitation only, which really sucks big time. because, well, now many of the high stakes guys are gonna be playing lower stakes, like 1k are lower and lower. So yeah, I don't think they're doing some very weird things here in GG. Like, I think they try to protect the recreational, but I think they are really not thinking about the overall environment. So I think that's gonna cost them for sure in the long run. Oh well, time will tell. Here, I think I'm going to check for the loose open. Bro, why don't use the fast poker tables? Yeah, I'm actually playing now fast poker. Changing a bit between the formats, to be honest. I'm finding, well, games are okay overall. I see some upsides to both formats. But in general, I like more rec tables because it's what I play in my usual grind. The dude just makes it into the stream with that 7-5, yeah. Very unexpected. Okay, we hit a good river. Value betting just to get called by Queen X, maybe King X, something like that. But I expect a lot of folds. GG's not a fan of their pro players, yes. I would never have folded aces in that spot, but I'm not playing anymore, so it doesn't mean much. I don't know, like both recreations seem to be on the passive side. I'm not very loose, so yeah, the pot dunk is already strong. Then the jam versus the pot is already strong as well. I don't know, we could like try to estimate the ranges and see if it's actually Placid call or not. But yeah, I could definitely see a reason to call. I don't think it's gonna be like a huge mistake or anything. I just thought that folding would be slightly better. Fine checking or betting with King Queen. As you see, I'm mainly just mixing a lot of my hands on the flop. Here I'm opening, well, actually I have a couple of hands. Calling 10-9 and opening King 4. See a 3-bet, a small 3-bet, but yeah, not enough. Here we face a pot size. Okay. Calling, now checking back. And checking river, I guess. Aces, okay. Weird play. And here we have King 6 suited I went for an open raise. The guy just donked before with the flush draw, so I think in general we can be more aggressive versus his checks. When he's donking more hands. When he's donking the strong hands, I mean. Now, I think there are enough draws here on the jack, the 9. I like taking the check back and... I was gonna say I'm bluff catching river. Not anymore versus the pot. Yeah, just following my standards. Yeah, of being careful versus the pot size bets versus recreationals. Here I have 7s. I'm gonna defend by calling. Not much. Here I open loose versus a weak player. He goes for a small raise. Just going to call. See a check, and now I'm river. I'm just trying to make him fold jack 10. Yeah, just a hand like mine. Nice. Pablo graph. Okay. Yeah, for the Pablo graph, let me write you guys. I really need to solve the bot. Sorry. Yeah. So the commands are not working in YouTube, but I'm going to bring you the. Ooh, hello, hello. Well, that's strong, right? So I'm going to 4-bet. Oh, that's too much. Now I'm checking back, like betting very small. Checking back for sure on the turn. Ooh! What? Did the induction thing work? Ooh! Let's go. Let's go. He falls. Okay, so probably made the money from a bluff that way. Okay, and let me so there you can find the graph. In big blinds. Nice. Okay. So that looks like an aggressive guy, and as you see, it's very important to focus on inducing when we have strong hands. I mean, aces was a very easy hand to induce, but you can definitely also do that with some less strong hands. Like ace king there, probably I would have played the same way. Just playing very small on the flop, keeping a very wide range, checking back, and then extracting money from his bluffs. King queen, I went for here for an open and face a 3-bet. It's a pretty strong range here. Well, king queen suited is very strong, so I'm okay for betting it, and that's what I do. Thank you, Bad Lefty, for yeah, directing the players to the block when they ask for it in YouTube. Yeah, really appreciate it. Okay, kings. I'm just going for the open raise. See one call by small blind and another call by big blind. Okay, I'm starting with 1/3. And C2 folds. Here king 10, checking back on 665. It's a pair board, but we have to be a bit careful in these low pair boards with connectivity. And then turn, well, generally it's gonna be pretty easy for them to over bluff. And true about the pool though, like if they're taking over cards, I'm just gonna, yeah, play carefully. But yeah, that's a spot where they find themselves with so many overcards. Like a regressional is for sure over bluffing that spot. I guess for a regular he might just check with the overcards and not bluff that much. Okay, we have ace king, and here we have tens that I open blind be blind. Gonna fall on the flop. Ace king, we also get folds. Okay, so I'm gonna play graph. Yeah, I have the I post the graphs from the stream in my Twitter account. You can check that. I'm actually going to post it in here. Poker with Pablo for updates. Yeah, that's also command, but since it's not working in in YouTube, I'm doing after each streaming. And then if you want to find out my graph, I'm not uploading it on a monthly basis or anything for now, at least. I may do that in the future. But yeah, for now I just have a blog that I posted a few months ago with my graph, with the graph that I have in my database. Here threes, I went for an ISO and turn. Well, probably a good hand to barrel with the 3 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, I imagine. We face a check raise. I just check folding. But it's probably a good one. Yeah, we can make him fold 8x, 9x, 7-6. Things like that. Could even overbet or could pot as well. Since he's not gonna be holding Jack 10 that often, he's going to be check raising a decent amount. Queen 7. Can see that with the equity around the 8 and the 6. Check is also a fine option and look to put up pressure versus check lines. Not on that king. Gonna wait for the river. We see another check. Okay, and now we have a value bet actually. how big. Right, 75 is likely to be good. Also, but and then 1/3 probably also fine. Hard to say. Like depends on what he does with a ace-x. I think if he calls ace-x to the 1/3, 1/3 must be better. If he does fold ace-x to the 1/3, then probably just going big and targeting worst 7x, pocket pairs, things like that. It's a better decision, but well, a bit hard to tell with no info. We're just estimating. Yeah, so just gonna play a bit more, already feeling hungry, so going to close the session and eat. So yeah, let's just play a bit more. 10-8 suited opening, King Jack suited 3 betting here. 10-8, okay, we hit a 2 pair. Can check, can bet. Going for the check raise. We see a fold. Guy's thinking about it. Oh no, he did think about it, but ended up folding. This is interesting. We went right check. It's gonna fold. I was check flop. Check again on the turn. King queen off. I'm definitely going to call versus the 3-bet, small one. Okay, now checking back. I don't think betting king queen makes much sense. And just folding to the aggression on the turn. Five for suited, okay. Pretty small raise by small blind, calling. And now folding, obviously. Do you live in Thailand at the moment? Well, prefer not saying anything about my whereabouts. I know that just saying living in Thailand is not like a big deal, but at the same time it's just something that I prefer keeping for myself, something that I decided to do when I started streaming. Yeah, not mentioning yeah, about my location. So yeah, not gonna not gonna answer about to that. But I'm totally fine talking about anything, just not personal information. Hopefully you understand that. Here I'm going to raise 390 suit. I think that's a pretty good idea. Pretty hard for people to be constructing correctly there. Okay, somebody bracing. Here the 9. Okay, I think I'm just going to call. It was a call from the button versus a small raise. And now, yeah, I'm definitely going to raise. How big? Well, a good question. I'm just gonna go 50. See a fold. King 10, I call a 3-bet blind versus this guy. Now I'm going to check. Now, well, I mean, it seems like my hand has pretty low equity. All rivers are bad, and even though he's aggressive from what we've seen before, I don't think he's playing super loose ranges. So in that situation, I think it's gonna be hard for him to find like super low equity bluffs, and then any equity bluff, well, has a lot of equity versus King 10. I can prefer calling Jack 10, Queen 10 that has a backdoor, sorry, yeah, gut shot to go with them. Okay. And well, 64 people in the streaming. Thank you all for being here. Ten-9 suited. I was gonna finish, but I mean, let's play for a few more minutes. If the audience does ask for it, I gotta give. So Ace 10, opening big already. A lot of recreationals here. We see 2 calls. This guy plays very tight, so I'm not that happy about the call. Now this guy has, well, a bit of a looser range. So I think I'm gonna try and extract money from Herman. Hopefully this guy lets it go. He doesn't. I think I do still like barreling, or we'll call by King Jack, Queen Jack, a lot of hands like those. Okay, nice. We see a fold by this guy, and now river. I think I'm just gonna target worst ace X, like ace 9, maybe even King Jack, King 10 now gets sticky if I go this size. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, King Queen. Not a good turn, but it's probably yeah, a good play, a good play by me, I think. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Not much to say. Okay, 10-9 suited here. Well, Super versus a pretty tight guy. Gonna defend. And just check fold. Here, well, the guy should be opening loose because of big blind. Not sure if he's gonna do it. At the same time, well, there's also goody being just the recreational getting in sometimes in the pot, and overall, well, there's a lot of falls here, so I think I like taking still a bit of a looser 3-betting range, small line versus button. And I mean, this is actually close in theory. Well, at least at my stakes. I don't know about the GG rake. Cannot be too bad. Okay, here 3-betting, opening. Ace Jack. Okay. Going to start with a c-bet, I think. Versus a recreational. Unknown recreational, but recreational. And good to see that we take it down. Because I expect a lot of calls from overcards and things like that on that flop. Essentially any hand has overcards, so for recreational it's usually quite appealing to make calls in those kind of situations. And okay, I think I'm gonna finish this session now. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to follow the channel and turn on the notifications. Defending here 10-8. See if we can live with a stack, with an extra stack. Would be good. Good flop. Betting with the gut shot and the pair. Three betting here versus the same guy. Already closed, oops, already closed the other tables. Just have that one left. Not sure how the session went. I think it was not too bad. Not sure if it was good either. To be honest, I have no idea. We check the results now, and I will post the graph in my Twitter account, Poker with Pablo, right after the streaming. Here versus, well, and apparently regular. I think we need to be careful around the flop on this ace 9-7. He's gonna be having a lot of ace 6, 9x, 7x, sorry, 9-7s, and then this river. I'm a bit unsure. Can we get him to fold ace queen or like a low ace 6? Not gonna be holding that many of those. Ah, I'm checking, but not sure. What? What is that? How does he check back? With fives. Okay. Thank you, I guess. That's probably the last hand, I'm assuming. I think I need to wait for the hand to finish. Oof. Good action. And oh no, we still have to play another hand. But yeah, I'm actually going to take this chill moment for reminding you that we're actually doing promotion for Cyber Monday in Bluff the Spot. We had a very big success around the Black Friday promotion, and we're actually now releasing our Cyber Monday promotion. I'm not sure if there are still places available for the Black Friday one. Check that out in bluffthespot.com, because I genuinely think that it's great value. So yeah, bluffthespot.com and take advantage of the offer. And now that's really it. So, well, we actually had finally, we're over the 1.5k mark. So we're actually in $1,505, which is an all-time high for the challenge. Very good to see. Let me update that. 1,505. Let's go. So yeah, thank you all for being here. I'm actually now gonna take a few days off, so I will not be streaming because I've been actually doing 6 days in a row, or even 7, I'm not sure, here in streaming in Twitch. So yeah, I'm already feeling a bit of the burnout of spending too much time in with the work. So I'm actually having uploading a YouTube video this evening. I think we will be releasing it. I will be discussing a bit around how November went. I'm also gonna be discussing this, but yeah, I'm feeling a bit of a burnout after a pretty work full month. So I'm gonna take a few days off. So I will likely be here back next week. But yeah, check blogspot.com for the Cyber Monday promotion one last time. And as usual, I will be uploading the graph of the challenge after this streaming. So thanks all for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye.